like Oregon State and know what you did with more inside shots than outside shots. I guess what does that speak to your preparation and how you guys viewed Oregon State as an opponent?
Yeah, we knew that they were going to give us a lot of jump shots, and also like they just keep their bigs home a lot, and they're not as mobile. So we knew that KB would get a lot of shots in space, more so than maybe on the low block. We knew we could pick and pop her, and then we always we're a jump shot. We're a mid-range team, and some teams go threes or at the rim. We practice and we take a ton of mid-range shots, and I thought we were really good at that today, and then again, so everything that we knew we were going to get offensively, we got. I told our kids, and every time out, we're getting whatever we want to offensively. All my talking about was we got to defend, we got to get some stops.
So, Coach, you've been with Makira for 5 years now. Just wanted to get your thoughts on just her general floor game tonight.
I just thought she played with such confidence and calmness to her. She just had really good pop to her, and she's been doing that really even against Lemoyne. She was in limited minutes, but I thought she had a really good overall floor game. And just again, when she's confident and when she's in attack mode, she's one of the best guards in the country. And I thought she just played at a high level tonight in every area. I mean, as a point guard, she scored, but then she just made everyone else better and got other people shots when I think at times, even last year and the year before, maybe she would have pressed and took some of those shots. But now she puts so much pressure on the defense because of her ability to score. Now she's making that pass and getting her teammates a wide open shot. And I think that's been the really progression and the maturity of her game is now all the attention she's getting, making everyone else even better. And she doesn't have as much pressure to score. She doesn't have to score 20-some a night because other people are scoring every night. It's kind of been someone different. So she's just in a really good groove right now. So we gotta keep her that way.
Do you have, anyone keeping track of where her career high is, Kendall's career high is, and I know maybe on the radio you talked about running that last play for her there at the end to get her to 31 points. What's kind of that mindset, I guess you will, going with how far ahead you were?
I didn't know a career high. I just saw that I looked up and saw she had 29, so I was going to take her out anyways. I was going to put Haven in, but I'm like, oh shoot, let's give her one more shot to try to get 30. I know she's never scored that. I did know that. At least I didn't think she had, not in my time. So I'm like, we're gonna run one more play for her, and then I called the timeout to get her out. So and she hit it. That was her. She had one shot, and she hit it. So she scored 31, and then I got her out of there as quick as possible.
Kind of going off of that, it feels like she's breaking a record every single time we're here. Do you think that's sort of like a result of the preparation she's put in the off season, or just week to week?
I think it's probably just a kind of everything, a combination of everything. I think you see all these guys, they're just playing with a lot of confidence right now. I also think they're playing just, I keep saying a calmness, but they're just trusting. It's kind of we're just in a very good groove. Even me, I just have a great trust for what we're doing right now. And it's kind of a carryover from that last 5 games of last year, the feeling that I have and really the feeling that I see them playing with. And again, there's going to be, we're not winning every game this year, but there's going to be ups and downs. But I just think KB and all of these guys, Makira, I just talked about her. KB's just playing with a ton of confidence. You see her out there having fun. She's smiling. We're not so uptight and tense. We're just out there playing the game. And that's something I've really just been harping on them about is especially these seniors, but everyone, you don't have a lot of opportunities left. In shoot around today, I'm this is another opportunity to play at home in front of, your fans, and another opportunity to play together with this group. And I just really want them to enjoy the moment. I think they all are. They're having fun out there.
Is that third quarter about as good as you've seen it in a while? And what do you feel led to turning a 10-point halftime game into what looked like a blowout?
It's funny because, in the moment, I didn't even really feel like it was that great. and we put almost 30 points up. So I need to go, once I watch film tonight on it, it'll be interesting to kind of see everything that, because in the moment, I'm probably freaking out because we're getting straight line driven, and I was mad at the very end of the game because we got straight line driven and didn't win by 20. So, but I do know we talked about it in halftime and just talked about really coming out, and I said, again, I just kept talking about defense. We got to get some stops because that's the only way you can kind of pull away and get a lead. And it was just that we got to maybe 15 in the lead in the first half, and then we'd give up an and one or something, and it just stayed around that 10-point mark. And I'm like, we got to stretch this, and that's going to be with our defense. So I give our kids credit for really coming out, locking into that, getting stops, getting rebounds, and then we're able to play in transition. And we knew we could do well in transition against these guys.
Coach, you kind of talked about. Coach, you kind of talked about the confidence that this group is playing with and just having fun when they're taking the floor. What has been the biggest, or I guess suppose most important difference from where this team was at maybe a handful of months ago to where they're at now and coming off the summer break?
Yeah, I think just last year, I think right now what we're doing a great job of is, again, our responses. Where last year, if something happened in a game, it could have led to multiple mistakes, where right now we're just able to kind of, okay, we got it, and there's a leadership out there, there's accountability within themselves and each other, and we're able to just move on to the next play a lot quicker. So tonight wasn't perfect, but we didn't let one mistake, affect us, and I think you saw that at the Marquette game. Last year, when we weren't scoring, then we let the offense dictate our defense, and we're not doing that this year. So I just think it's the signs of a mature, veteran team, growing, learning from different lessons that we've had together the last 2 years, especially that core group. And then some of our younger guys just continue to get experience and be more confident as well.
Coach, you spoke about the straight line drives tonight. I just feel like Oregon State, did a really good job of just kind of attacking it. What were just your thoughts going forward of how this is going to prepare you guys?
Yeah, it's our number one core value defensively is you got to do your job on the ball. You've got to keep the ball in front. Number one defensive principle is keep the ball in front of you, keep it out of the paint. So we obviously at times didn't do a good job with that, and give Scott credit. He's a really one of the best coaches out there, and he just ISO'd us and drove us, and we got to get better at that, and we will. We work it every day. We work one-on-one live, every way you can think about it. We drill it, and then at the end of the day, you just got to take pride in doing it. And I thought there were some good responses to it, but then they start picking on certain people, so we all got to just really step up, and our kids know it. They know what it takes, and we'll continue to learn. And this was a great game because we're going to see it in the Big Ten. I mean, you think about a Michigan State, even in Iowa, 4 out, 1 in. I mean, yeah, I can go down the line that are going to just spread you and try to drive you. So, got to do your job on the ball. All right. Thank you, guys.